Thousands of students could see soon up to $20,000 of their debt being taken away.
Reporter Mia Morneau has more on how it can affect future CPHS students.
Thanks, Katie. Now, I know by now that you've probably heard the news about student loan debt forgiveness for college students, but I'd like to see what this could mean for future college students. The government announced it will target those with lower incomes, mainly those with Pell Grants, in order to help them get rid of tens of thousands of dollars in debt. The plan is meant to be followed in a three-part series, with the final step intended to protect the future college students from experiencing the crushing debt of the older generation. It also sets a precedent for future action. The action can help relieve stress from people who are barely making ends meet and are trying to manage their own debt at the same time.
So I am one of those people who paid back all my loans, and there are a lot of teachers, I'm sure, at Cedar Park High School who are the same people who paid back all their loans. I think the cost of college has gone up exorbitantly lately. In the past 11 years, we've seen a little bit of an increase. I think that it's benefiting families who couldn't afford to pay tuition in full. So I don't think there's a downside necessarily. I think that it will help the students pay back their loans. I think it has a benefit to the economy because if students are paying back into the economy as opposed to paying back their loans, that it has some benefits.
However, critics argue that because certain costs will be covered by the government, colleges will raise tuition costs even further. Others are upset that they already had to pay back their loans and were not given the same chance to get out of debt. Nevertheless, the act focuses specifically on those who are thought to be unable to repay their loans without help. People are most concerned about having to pay more taxes that would result from the act.
In order to guarantee free college education to our population and our citizenship, you're talking about an amount of money that has never before in the history of not just our country, but the world, been spent on that number of people and over that amount of time.
The plans the government has put in place so far haven't been fully evaluated yet, but they could lead to more students being able to go to college and reduce the number of students who drop out. There's a lot of time and money that the government will have to spend to cover private loans and all loans in full, but we can be sure that they plan to do more to help the future generations. In the end, the status of this relief plus the impact for future students remains unknown, and it could stay this way for years in the future. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Mia.